Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another Marvel video. Not necessarily Marvel Strike Force here today, because Marvel Mystic Mayhem is back for the closed beta 2. Now, this is interesting because the last time that I'd covered this was about 2 months ago. I think it was mid-January or so, because I do have this video here, which I'm in the way of. But you can see that I posted this 2 months ago. Marvel Mystic Mayhem closed beta test day 1. Now this was a bit limited, right? It's still a bit limited in its scope. I believe the countries that are available for this is Canada, some countries in Europe. I want to say Australia and New Zealand, those kind of things. So it's not available in the United States, but people could have pre-registered and could have used a VPN to download. The only problems about that is that you cannot buy or spend in the store, which is pretty interesting because now what's changed from what I understand, what's changed from beta 1 to beta 2 is that now they've opened up the cash shop. And what's interesting as well is that they're doing a full refund as well. So even if you spend on that, there's two options. You can either get a full dollar for dollar refund, or you get a 1.5x exchange into the premium currency when the game goes live. And this makes me think that after the beta 2, we're basically going to be going into the full game release. Now, that being said, there is going to be a wipe, which is why they're doing the dollar for dollar refund. Why they're trying. You can either do one of two things: the refund or the 1.5x premium exchange. I think we're probably getting ready for a global launch by about May at the earliest. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much time there's going to be after this beta closes down. This one's going for about 3 weeks. So I kind of want to just today, I want to kind of just go over things that are in the game. I want to showcase the game a little bit as well in this video here for those who didn't catch my first video 2 months ago, and just kind of look at what's changed. So let's boil this down. Okay, so as soon as I beat the first chapter, I'm not going to go through all the story stuff. So TLDR, the version of Mystic Mayhem is like you're in the dreamscape. Nightmare is the villain. The game. Oh, PS, the art style you might see or notice that it's very similar to Marvel Rivals. It's the same company behind Marvel Rivals. The voice actors, from what I understand, is also pretty much the same. So if you're playing Marvel Rivals and you play this game, you might recognize some of similar voices for the same characters. The art is a little bit different from that game. It's not exactly the same, but from what I understand, the voice actors are the same. So this one was interesting because I cleared chapter 1 of the story, and they gave me the Scarlet Witch pack. And this is a legendary character. So this is, I don't know how to equivalate. Is that it? That's not even a word. What the equivalent in Marvel Strike Force would be. This would be like a 100 shard character unlock, right? And they're doing this for maybe actually better than that, because in this game it is a bit gotcha. You're going to be pulling, doing some banner pulls, and you're not going to get that character right away. But once you unlock a character, it's unlocked. You don't need to like build shards or anything like that. So they're selling this for 20.99 Canadian. This is 15 US dollars for that now, which is a pretty good. Scarlet Witch is one of the best characters in Marvel Mystic Mayhem, from what I remember, unless they nerfed her, like from Beta 1 and Alpha. She was incredibly strong. So, if I was to be playing this in global launch, I would be buying this for 15 US dollars. And I just kind of want to share with you guys some of the things in the shop. Anyways, so they have a $1 pack where you get to choose from one of 4 characters, and you get an interesting little avatar frame there as well. One of the new characters that's in the game from beta 2, or that's in beta 2, is Falcon. So this character was not available in beta 1, and I'm tempted to just buy the $1 pack because I'm going to get a refund anyways to see what he's like. So he has a pretty cool model. He's very beefy. Look at those muscles. Like, holy cow. I've never seen this. I mean, a lot of the costume decisions might be a bit more unique. I don't remember Falcon looking like this before, but maybe I'm not not super into the Avengers that I know what every version of Sam Wilson looks like. So I'll be interested in maybe checking him out as well. There's Falcon. Oh, that's cool. So that's there in the shop for that. As far as the other offers available, there's your pretty standard mobile game offers. But one thing that I do want to point out actually is that when you buy premium currency, the first time you buy, I've seen this in like Honkai Star Rail and things like that. You get double the amount of premium currency for the first time that you buy it. So that's pretty interesting as well. There is also, where's the battle pass? There's a battle pass. Where's that? The dream pass. So that's here. And the price structure is pretty interesting as well, right? So I just wanted to unlock Dream Chaser. So there's here. I'm in the way here. But it's 17.99 Canadian, or I think that's about 12 US dollars. And then on this hand side, the premium version is 20 US dollars. So I find that pretty fascinating given the fact that 20 US dollars is like the standard pass for Marvel Strike Force. So this seems to be the kind of stuff that they're monetizing for launch. And I guess this is their kind of experiment to go into global, who's willing to buy what as far as the monetization structure goes. So we have a battle pass. We have some more microtransactions. I forgot real microtransactions. I forgot where it was, but there's also like a monthly. It's probably back in the store as well. There's like a monthly thing. Monthly, was that it? Monthly gifts. Yeah, this is basically your premium currency that you get daily, like a daily lot. It would be like getting 100, 150 power cores every single day, and it's only $5 US, right? So if you want to do very, very light spending, then there you can do that. But let's jump into the game. What's different? If you guys watched my previous video, the one thing that I want to share with you guys is Nightfall. So this was basically the world boss that you got unlocked very early on, level 15 in your account. And this is going to include some additional stuff with the game as well. So I do want to show you this. This is new. This was not here previously. So I do want to share this with you guys. I actually want to turn on the sound a little bit. I don't normally play the game with sound, but we'll see if we can get that in there. So this is a new dragon armor boss. You guys might remember that there was like a nightmare eye, like a giant eyeball that we fought in 2 months ago. So this is a new one. They seem to rotate these though. So I think every week they're going to rotate a different boss. So you're not fighting the same thing every single time. And let's just go on here because I just unlocked this. So I do want to share this with you guys. I want to see, did we get any sound at all? Maybe let me turn things up a little bit. Yeah, there's some sound in the background, I think, there. So it looks pretty cool. The art style of the game is more Asian comic book style, I guess you could say. So it is a little bit different than what maybe you guys are used to, but it's pretty cool, I think. I like it. I'm enjoying this. Let's put... So what's interesting about the characters, and I'm in the way again as well, but I can't do anything about that. There's Moon Knight and Misty Knight here, and I have Doppelganger, Storm, Psylocke, Hulk, and a few others that I have, Mr. Negative, Man-Thing, who I haven't really played around much too much. We need some AoE damage for the from what I remember from the Dragon Armor fight from Beta 1. So I'm going to go with Storm. I'm also going to go with Hulk, and I'm going to go with Misty Knight. So those are the three characters that I'm going to be running for this. What's really great is that there's no quote-unquote synergy like Marvel Strike Force. So, you know, you're not going to be having to use specific characters. You can use the characters that you like. They all have their own classes and roles, so you're not going to like, you don't want to stack like 3 tanks, right? You know, but what's cool is that you can decide on the characters that you want to play with, unlike Marvel Strike Force. I wish there was 4 characters rather than 3, but there you go. And we're going to put this up on 2x here, so you can see like the different AoE here, like global AoE there with Storm. Pretty cool. And then we get some more AoE. So it is a hex grid based style of gameplay that you can see here. As far as you know, it's not exactly turn-based in the same way Marvel Strike Force is, right? You're using cards to do attacks, and you can there you go. You can see some of the attacks. There is autoplay as well, but the AI is just not very good. So when you're doing real content, I would recommend using manual. Otherwise, you're not going to do very well because it's not going to attack, or it's going to waste your AoE attacks, for example, like on just 1 target rather than when you could focus on 2 or more, that kind of thing. So it's not very efficient with its targeting system, that's for sure. It would be more for like, there's some challenges and stuff like that that you can probably get away with doing it with. So we have ultimate abilities too, with some pretty cool cutscenes there. And I think after this wave, we'll actually get to the Dragon Armor boss. There's like 2 waves, I believe, before the fight. You'll see a timer in the top left corner as well. I think we cleared that, so now we're on to the Dragon Armor actual boss fight, I'm pretty sure. So that's him at the front. And from what I remember, we have to kill... Oh, there's like there's an armor, like special ability mechanic as well, I think. Okay, Misty Knight's ultimate ability. See his hit points up at the top. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember this now. So we need to kill all these guys. And then we get like a special bar, which I think my camera box is in the way, but behind there's like a special mechanic bar. Nope, nope, yes, team move will gain 10 for each enemy defeated. So I need to clear all of this. Fortunately. That's 50%. So we need to clear another wave here, and then we can get the special ability. Ooh. You know what? No, we'll use Misty Knight over here. And then, oh, okay. So we got the team move, heavily damaged. We're gonna go for the damage. Why is it not? We need to, oh, there we go. The attack. So armor comes out of nowhere and just like punches the crap out of them, or she'll put up a barrier on the entire team, which will help mitigate some damage that the dragon does. So we're gonna go for this. I think this is a pretty cool, like, it's almost like a quick time event, like in the game itself. So I thought that's pretty cool. Just does like 30% damage to the dragon, and I think he's powering up, isn't he? So I am gonna take some damage here for that. I might be able to, no, and I can't target him either, which is a bit annoying. Should be okay. We'll go that way. How much damage does it do? Yeah, he's gonna do it. Okay, it didn't hurt that bad, so we didn't really need the armor shields for this one. But it's a pretty, yeah, I mean, you get like 2.5 minutes to do the fight. Was it 3 minutes? I don't know, my timer's ticking down at the top left. But it does pause. Oh, we're at 50% for another ability, so I'm going to use Storm's ultimate. Again, nicely timed here for the AoE. And hopefully that kills everyone. Yeah, it did. Oh, no, no, that didn't. We'll go over here. There we go, one more enemy left, and then we can get another special move. Bring in armor, punch the dragon down again. Boom. Did we get it? We got him. Okay, we got him. And then victory, we get a score of 101. This is based on how fast you clear, essentially. And then I'm going to confirm that. This is your daily activity. I got one of these shadow keys, which will show that that's how you do some summons. And then that was cleared. Now, what's great about this, you actually have 5 attempts to do this. But once you score this for the day and you're happy about that, you can just do auto battle. And it'll just like multiply your score. And that's totally fine. Like so it's not taking up too much of your time. I collect some rewards for that, which is pretty cool. There's a milestone rewards that I get, I believe, on a weekly, that resets on a weekly basis. And there we go. That's dragon armor. You can see actually behind my screen that it says 3 days and 10 hours left. So I think it's going to flip to the eye probably after that. And that's kind of one of your daily pieces of content. Otherwise, you have your campaign story. You have memento. These are kind of similar, actually. These are one-time kind of clears. And then you have your challenges. So these are going to be your how you spend your energy. Battle Bonanza, Treasure Hunt, Rune Raid. This is all like basically a variety of different challenges that you're going to do in order to consume some of your energy to get resources. Pretty typical in a lot of mobile games. Game of Khonshu is really interesting because this is a proper... I don't have it unlocked yet. I think I may have covered it in a previous video, but Game of Khonshu is like a proper sandbox kind of mode, a rogue mode, a roguelite mode, honestly. So you're going in there, you're starting from like level 1, you pick your characters, you get upgrades along the way. That's the kind of stuff that I would expect in Marvel Strike Force, but from what I heard, it might not be that way in MSF. So we'll have to wait and see about that. There is some guild stuff, but I haven't unlocked it yet on Beta 2, and I'm wondering if they've actually changed it at all from Beta 1, because it was very lackluster. There wasn't a whole lot of things to do in the guild. There wasn't really much of a reason to do that. So that's one thing that I hope that they do change with regards to that. There's a lot of daily missions, of course, and things like that. Let me get these different ways to upgrade your characters. Right, I guess I didn't really highlight that much for people who hadn't seen the first video. But as far as your power structure goes, you know, you have your standard level ups. You also have these things called highlights, which are basically cards that you equip. If you've ever played Honkai Star Rail, you might be a bit familiar with this. It's pretty common that there's just different bonuses that you get depending on the highlights that you pull for your characters. You can, I don't have really many of them, but you know, there's different abilities. This one says the wearer's attack increases by 12%. Other ways to upgrade your characters are the talent tree, which are just more upgrade materials to upgrade that. And there's also, if you happen to pull multiple copies of the same character, you eventually get shards for them, which you can upgrade to these sort of souls, or what do they call it? The soul saga. So they do very particular things to the different characters. Like they just upgrade their characters and what they do by pulling more of them. So this is going to get a lot bigger when it comes to like your legendary characters, because if you pull legendary dupes, you're going to be able to upgrade that same character quite a bit using the Soul Saga system. So that's kind of interesting. You can see my roster here so far, and there's a total of, nope, not that button. There's the index. Where's the gallery? Might be it. In terms of all the characters that are in the game. In Beta 1, they had Moon Girl and Devil Dino was new. They also had Black Knight and Juggernaut, maybe? I forget. And then, so they've added Falcon, but one thing that I forgot to mention, actually, was that there were other characters that are meant to be either in Beta 2 or in Global Launch. We have Thor, and then we have Valkyrie, and then someone, I think that's Valkyrie, someone told me that Emma Frost was supposed to be coming as well, that it was mentioned on Facebook, but I can't seem to find that post. And there's Falcon there. So these are the new characters that are supposed to be coming. I really like the art style, I'm not going to lie. We're going to end the video with a little bit of a pull here. Summoning here, so I'd have to go through, click this button, the Dreamweaver, and there's a rate up for Spider-Man. These are special keys here. There's also a rate up for his highlight. So every character, that's pretty cool. Every character seems to have a unique highlight specifically to their characters, a legendary version of that, which means that it's just going to be more specific. The bonuses are going to be specific to that character, but there are generic ones that you can equip for all your characters. You can see the generic ones here for your class role. And you have to use your keys on either characters or on highlights. Highlights are very important to your power as well, but right, if you don't have the characters that you want, or if you're looking for something else. So for example, here, if after 30 pulls, I can exchange it for a legendary character. So that's what we're going to be doing, because I don't think, oh no, I think you can do it on either or, but I'm going to do it here and show you guys this here. This is kind of the pull system here. And the keys are going to be got throughout the game. You can also exchange it for premium currency, that kind of thing as well. We did get a dupe for Hulk, so that's going to give me shards for him. A dupe for Doppelganger. Just a standard highlight, the light and darkness. Never surrender. And another highlight, adapt and evolve. So you pull 5 at a time here. Let's do one more. Can I do one more? Can I buy them? I can spend them. I mean, this is just the beta anyway, so I'm just going to do this one more time. Just to show you guys, we're going to skip the cutscene here. And what do I get? Another Doppelganger dupe. Another highlight. A purple highlight this time. Touched by Khonshu. So you can see here that this is purple, is epic color. Also, it has Moon Knight. So once you start getting purple and above highlights, it is more specific to that character. So if I equip this to Moon Knight, it's going to have Moon Knight related bonuses. So that's Knight there. Or more relevant to Moon Knight anyways. And the rest was, unfortunately, garbage. But I am using Moon Knight, and I am using Doppelganger, a really good character in the game. So there we go. That's the closed beta 2. I just wanted to share this with you guys a little bit, just a little bit of an update on Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Unfortunately, I think if you didn't get your invite, if you didn't pre-register, you're probably, you're probably not going to get it now. It doesn't really matter. There's still going to be a wipe. But I guess what I wanted to let you guys know is that there is going to be 3 weeks of closed beta 2. It says 20 days and 8 hours left. And then after that, I imagine they might review some and then come pretty close to a global launch. So it is coming pretty soon in terms of the closed beta 2 and going into global launch. I think this is a game that I probably will cover, unless something crazy happens. I know I'm going to be moving to Germany pretty soon in like 3 weeks time when this ends, actually. Right when this ends, I'm going to be moving. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on the timeline of Marvel Mystic Mayhem because I am curious about it and seeing how this kind of goes in global launch, how the first month goes. I do like getting in on games on the ground floor. And the fact that it's the company behind Marvel Rivals, I'm pretty optimistic that they're going to do well. I'm also optimistic that they're going to care about the game because Rivals has done pretty well. And I know it's not the same game, but I guess it gives me a little bit more optimism than if it was a completely random company. But that's just my thoughts. Anyways, let me know what yours are in the comments down below regarding Mystic Mayhem. Is this something that you would like me to cover, in global launch, that kind of thing? I am very curious. I love the art style. So we'll see. I'm looking for other things to cover as well, of course. So that's it for now, everyone. And I'll see you guys on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.